Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. The network is now recovering. Okay, guys, so we got an update from David Schwartz. We don't know exactly what caused the issue yet. He was talking about the XRP ledger halt. Super preliminary observation, he says. It looked like consensus was running, but validations were not being published, causing the network to drift apart. Validator operators manually intervened to choose a sane starting point after the last ledger that anyone could have seen as fully validated and begin publishing validations from there. This can be done without coordination, but it's always better to get second and third opinions. Once servers started seeing a few validations from a few sources, they were able to build enough consensus to pull the network over a coordinated ledger stream after the last ledger, and network managed to validate. So for anybody who was wondering and who's interested in the technicals, David Schwartz does explain it here. This is all preliminary and might turn out to be wrong. However, he does say down here, very few UNL operators actually made any changes as far as I can tell, so it's possible the network spontaneously recovered. I'm not sure yet, but then he did update us. It looks like, as far as we can tell, only one validator operator manually intervened. It's still not entirely clear if that solved the problem or the network self-healed. Abby down here asking, does this cause any assets on the XRP ledger to be lost if they were in the middle of a transaction when the halt occurred? And David Schwartz confirms no, it just caused ledgers not to be seen as trusted for about an hour. The servers knew the network wasn't working correctly and so did not report any ledgers as trusted during the incident. So there's no loss of digital assets. Nobody lost their XRP. Any ledgers go missing during the trick. And so that was asked by Crypto Daz. David did post here, tentative ledgers that were produced during the incident were discarded as is normal, but no ledgers that received major validation were lost or affected in any way. So, guys, it looks like it's back up and running. I will link this in the description of the video if you guys want to read further, because more people did ask some questions. I'm not sure how many of them David did respond to. But again, I link everything in the description of the video. I do that for your ease of use because I think it's the responsible thing to do. Anyway, going to keep moving along. Andrew DeVilbiss posting this. Okay, so we're getting into 2025, tokenization becoming a more popular concept, especially on the XRP ledger. And Ripple's Eric von Miltenberg here explains tokenization to a panel at Davos. All right, listen to this.
Hello. Nothing that I'll say is in any way contrary to what the panelists say, but at Ripple, we've kind of been on this journey of providing infrastructure, digital asset infrastructure for enterprises, for financial institutions for almost a decade now. I mean, our insertion point was with cross-border payments. We have hundreds of financial institution customers around the world. And it's been a journey, right? Initially, I remember being in meetings 4, 5, 6 years ago with a large bank where their team would be with the executive team, and their team would prep us and say, don't say Bitcoin, don't say digital asset, they'll kick you out. And to see the evolution has been dramatic. Initially, we really were providing infrastructure in the form of a messaging product, kind of a swift update or replacement. Since then, we work with our customers, we make sure we're compliant. I think that's obviously a critical part of the infrastructure that we need to keep very much top of mind. And we move at their pace. Sometimes that's very frustrating when you're dealing with large traditional financial institutions, but the speed at which they want to operate and iterate and innovate is increasing dramatically. We started with cross-border payments. Another core piece of infrastructure, obviously, is custody. We made an acquisition a little over a year ago, a company called Medico in Switzerland that is now that is Ripple Custody, that is serving some of the largest banks and providing that incredibly important piece of infrastructure. And then, per the comments before, I mean, this next wave of tokenization, and of course, tokenization in and of itself is great, and there's efficiencies, but once you tokenize something, you have to do something with it. You have to be able to store it, come in a compliant, safe way. You have to be able to transact. You have to be able to move value. So it's really putting together, not a piece of the infrastructure, either doing sort of collaborating with others to bring those pieces together in a way that's seamless, and or providing those capabilities organically in-house. And we're, as a company, exploring all of those different approaches.
So working with banks has been, painfully slow for Ripple and, the tech industry in general, but banks are slowly realizing it, guys. 2025 going to be the year for tokenization. We're already seeing the updates here, like from Ripple partner Ondo Finance. They're bringing stocks and bonds on chain with a new platform. This just came out today. Okay, Ondo Finance says its tokenization platform will do for securities what stablecoins did for dollars. Real-world asset tokenization platform and Ripple partner Ondo Finance has started a new business aiming at bringing U.S. securities, including stocks, bonds, and exchange-traded funds on-chain. Ondo Finance has launched Ondo Global Markets, a blockchain-based solution seeking to bring financial markets on-chain and make them more accessible and efficient. In a blog post, guys, the company said this: the current investing experience is broken. High fees, limited access, transfer frictions, platform fragmentation, and hidden risks create barriers for both investors and the companies that serve them. Ondo Finance compared the outlook for a new platform with the impact made on the accessibility of US dollars and stablecoins, and they did comment on that in a tweet thread. The source is down here. Of course, this article will be linked in the description too. Ondo Finance said the solution on traditional securities markets lies in blockchain technology. By leveraging blockchain technology, we can bring institutional-grade financial markets on chain, making them more accessible, transparent, and efficient. And so, this has been the talking point, I think, for many cryptocurrency companies, for many companies that work on the blockchain, and for many of the utility coins, right? Because these are the coins that are going to transfer value. The Internet of Things, the Internet of Value, this is the future for crypto. And XRP Arthur breaking it down here. Ondo Finance just announced the platform to bring US stocks, bonds, and ETFs on chain. What does that mean for the XRP ledger and XRP more specifically? So Ondo Finance specializes in tokenizing real-world assets like US Treasuries. Now they're bringing tokenized government bonds to the XRP ledger, and we got this some of this news the other week. This move integrates institutional-grade finance onto blockchain technology. So Ondo's financial partnership with Ripple, of course, that's what interests us, right? Ondo's OUSG fund will be deployed on the XRP ledger and transactable with RLUSD, Ripple's new stablecoin. This is a game changer for the XRP ledger as it positions itself as a hub for tokenized real-world assets. On top of this, why is this bullish for XRP? Well, more institutional adoption eventually over the XRP ledger. Ondo Finance is a serious player in tokenized finance. Their trust in the XRPL equals more credibility. So remember, guys, institutional money does not want to deal with some 2-bit operation exchange. They want to deal with institutionally protected, institutional grade, secure platforms that are accredited and that have gone through the rigorous measures to make sure that their money is going to be safe. So higher liquidity on the XRP ledger too, right? More transactions, that equals more volume. The growth of the RLUSD stablecoin on the XRP ledger, that is also going to fuel the stablecoin ecosystem. But why isn't XRP pumping yet? Well, guys, long and the short answer, we're in a spec market still. The market moves slowly on institutional news. Big money takes time to deploy. Crypto sentiment is still uncertain, as you guys did see in this morning's video. We're still fear in the market, even though we're up significantly. And let's just take XRP as one example here. From November, okay, we're up over almost 400%, 383%. And yet people are still fearful, and it's just the sentiment right now. People don't really know how to take it. Maybe they don't know how to take seeing their portfolio plummet 20% in 24 hours. So the big picture, though, the tokenization of real-world assets is expected to be a $16 trillion industry by 2030. Once again, big bullish news for XRP. By securing key partnerships like Ondo Finance, XRP Ledger is positioning itself as a major infrastructure player in this revolution. Once again, big bullish news for XRP and Ripple. I understand the frustration of bullish news every day, but price is not moving. But guys, be patient. Also, I forgot to mention up here, many investors are risk adverse, but XRP historically does pump late. And this is why we saw XRP pump later in the market cycle when we did see other cryptocurrencies pump earlier last year. So I wanted to thank Arthur just for bringing that to our attention. Of course, this is the sentiment being echoed all over the place. Here's a clip relating to stocks and bonds, real estate, everything being tokenized on the blockchain in 2025. And guys, they're naming this year specifically. Listen to this.
There are a few things that are going to happen in 2025, to start to happen in 2025 and then continue through this administration. I think the biggest one will be that securities will be tokenized. I think that that's been a long-standing concept that has had starts and stops. But I think things like stocks, bonds, real estate will actually start to get tokenized as digital assets during this administration. And that's a huge sea change to how things work today and the legitimacy and credibility of digital assets and crypto. I think stocks and bonds and real estate going on chain is probably the biggest thing that we see at Kindred happening in this administration.
And note, he says it's going to be this administration that really pushes this forward, okay? Keeping the U.S. on the cutting edge of tech, not slipping back into our old ways. So it's looking as though the technology will prevail. Everything will be tokenized eventually. Apparently, Elon Musk is also advocating for blockchain transparency in U.S. Treasury transactions. So I happen to see this. Binance News did pick it up. According to O'Daily, Elon Musk has expressed support for placing U.S. Treasury transactions on the blockchain to achieve complete transparency. This statement was shared by Watcher.guru on the X platform, highlighting Musk's advocacy for leveraging blockchain technology to enhance financial transparency. And of course, there are some left-wing articles that are criticizing this. I don't know why they're criticizing, like the Futurist. I believe that's an outlet that was discussing this. I didn't want to take it from that article just because they were clearly very biased. I mean, transparency on the blockchain, obviously they're created to be transparent for a reason, to keep people accountable, to keep governments accountable, to keep everything accountable, because nothing should be hidden from the public, especially when it comes to taxpayer dollars. So anyway, another interesting concept there from Elon Musk. And Good Morning Crypto did also post this. The FDIC has now announced plans to revise crypto guidelines and allow banks to engage in crypto. So guys, Choke Point 2.0 getting reversed. Some banks have met with government officials to push offering custody for crypto assets along with tokenized deposits that could put some checking accounts on the blockchain. So it looks as though the floodgates are opening. Trump's FDIC chief rethinks crypto guidance as U.S. senators probe debanking. The FDIC acting chairman Travis Hill said the agency is overhauling its crypto approach just as U.S. senators examine regulations keeping banks out of crypto. As U.S. senators prepare to gather for the hearing about U.S. debanking of crypto clients, the interim chief of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corp said his agency is overhauling its digital asset supervision and revealing more correspondence on Wednesday in which FDIC officials steered banks away from cryptocurrency business. Travis Hill, the acting FDIC chairman, tapped by President Donald Trump, has thrown open more of the agency's past documents and said the U.S. banking regulator will be reconsidering its previous crypto guidance that deliberately kept banks at arm's length away from what has been seen as the unregulated volatility of crypto. The past letters between the FDIC and the bank have been the focus of the Court of Freedom of Information Act battle between Coinbase and the agency, in which the courts had directed the regulator to share more information. What else do we have here? Meanwhile, Hill said the FDIC will be providing a pathway for institutions to engage in crypto and blockchain-related activities while still adhering to safety and soundness principles, according to a statement issued before the start of a Wednesday hearing in the Senate Bank Committee on the topic. So that is big news, guys, reversing Choke Point 2.0. You know what this means for crypto in America. All things positive for cryptocurrency, guys. This bull run is going to be huge. On top of which, I mean, the XRP community's already been speculating if Brad Garlinghouse is going to be on Trump's crypto council. Well, guys, this has now made the news. NY Next did put out a piece on this. Listen to this.
A seat on Donald Trump's cryptocurrency advisory board has become the hottest ticket in Washington, D.C., with industry titans and major donors vying for a spot on a council that is expected to make key decisions about how crypto will be classified and regulated over the next 4 years. Everyone and their mother is begging to be on this council, one source who is angling to get on the board explained. But no one has heard who might make the cut, and there is no application. This person admitted he's been harassing all of his friends to put in a good word with power players he believes are likely to get on that board. We're also hearing that Kraken's former general counsel Marco Santori, Ripple founder Brad Garlinghouse, and Frank Chaparro, host of the popular crypto podcast The Scoop, are on the shortlist for the board's 24 seats. Major Trump campaign and inaugural committee donors and notable CEOs, including Circle's Jeremy Allaire, Coinbase's Brian Armstrong, Crypto.com's Chris Marszalek, are also contenders, sources add. There are a lot of people gunning to be on that board, another source told us. So just what is the board? President Trump created it by executive order during his first week in office with the goal of supporting innovation in digital assets and blockchain technologies after years of people in the crypto community feeling harassed under the Biden administration. To that end, the council will play a role in answering key questions that could change the course of history. Most pressingly, whether crypto should be considered a commodity or a security, and whether they fall under the jurisdiction of the SEC or the CFTC.
So Brad Garlinghouse, among other heavy hitters on the shortlist, there are 24 positions on the board, if you guys heard. So 24 spots, but it's no secret, Brad Garlinghouse is feeling very bullish surrounding this presidential administration. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse hails big deal for U.S. crypto market. The CEO has thrown his weight behind the latest developments in the United States crypto space, calling them a big deal. His comments follow a press conference by U.S. crypto czar David Sachs, which sparked debates over the country's approach to Bitcoin reserves and the broader digital asset policies. While uncertainty lingers over a potential strategic Bitcoin reserve, Garlinghouse sees the legislative push for crypto clarity as a breakthrough moment in U.S. history. And guys, here's the tweet. Any criticism of today's press conference is absolutely missing the forest for the trees. Having the chair of the Senate Banking Committee, the chair of the House Financial Services, the chair of the Senate Ag, and the chair of the House Ag join the crypto czar to commit to passing legislation for crypto clarity is 100% a big deal and something we haven't seen before. So take it from Brad Garlinghouse. Guys, this is a big deal for crypto. This is the man, along with others in the Trump administration, that is going to change the face of cryptocurrency. It's been a long time coming. I hope you guys have packed your bags. And for more information on what I'm personally doing this bull run, guys, I'm opening up my portfolio, keeping it 100% transparent, showing you guys where I'm going to be selling at, my XRP, my Bitcoin, other altcoins that I have in the $15,000 plus portfolio. You can follow me in my crypto journey over there at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Again, just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.